of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of B.A.L.L. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that will make Daelyn choke on her chocolate.
I sneezed.
Oh, I thought you choked on your chocolate.
No, that was a lot.
Oh,
Say that 3 times fast.
Choke on your chocolate, choke on your chocolate, choke on your chocolate. Wait, I have a good one. One smart fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart. Go.
One smart... Fuck! Okay. I'm
One
bad
smart
at
fellow,
speaking
he
in
felt
general.
smart. One smart fellow, he smelled...
One smart fellow...
He smelled fart.
fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart.
Everyone, let's go around.
There.
Luke Sykes.
Oh no!
One smart
fart smello, he felt smart. One fart smello, he smelled
One fart smello. Okay. Hercules Maze.
One smart fellow, he smelled.
Hey! Michael Briganti.
One smart fellow, he smelled smart.
Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
One smart fellow, he felt smart.
3 times.
One smart fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart.
Hey.
Cheating.
And Danielle Butlin.
Smart fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart.
That's how I
One
do
smart
it.
fellow, he smelled.
Geezer. And Caleb Dowdall, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. How are you? Yeah, not too bad.
So bad. He was like, I went already.
No, yeah, I was like, shit, no, I got it. I was good. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Love a good tongue twister. We're here. We're recording another one. We're
What do you mean? We're recording one a week, right?
No, what we're doing is every time you press play on your podcast, we literally jump on and start to talk.
I think we've already made this joke.
Have we? Here's a question for you, because I've noticed a lot of podcasts will do this. They obviously are recording a lot of sessions in one time, and they'll do this thing of, oh no, it's a brand new week, wink, wink. Like all of them, always. Is there a stigma against doing that? Like, why do we have to pretend like
No,
that?
I think everyone knows.
Yeah, but why does everyone pretend then?
Because it's silly and it's funny.
But isn't it weird? I just thought it's interesting
I'll say it was
that
like
there is
my
this
Halloween
kind of...
one shot halfway through September.
Yeah, well, I get it for that. For that reason, I get it. Yeah.
It's like reality TV show is reality.
Yeah, but why? What's the problem with
Well, I guess
doing
we're trying to,
3
like-
Telling me
episodes in
Fuckboy
a night?
Island wasn't real?
I mean, what
sure.
they did was real, but is there actually an island in real life that happens without people being?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jared Leto's in charge of it, isn't he?
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
he have his own private island? It's literally Fuckboy Island. Anyway, he's not coming on the podcast now.
Was he? Apparently not. There's Philip Seymour Hoffman after last week.
Well,
I could think of another reason.
Yeah.
That was a peeping Tommy.
Hate that one.
Tommy.
It's a great movie, Talented Mr. Ripley. When he's watching Gwyneth Paltrow and
Matt Damon? No.
Matt Damon's watching Gwyneth
Oh,
Paltrow
yeah.
and
No, they have to
Jude
save
Law
Matt
And Jude
Damon.
Law.
fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Not Saving
Philip
Private
Seymour
Ryan.
Hoffman pops over the back and he's just like,
How's a peeping Tommy? Hey, Tommy. How's a peeping?
And I just-
Tommy.
I hate that impersonation.
Yeah.
Like, it makes...
Write in what you think of that
Blah.
to Caleb at.
Caleb.
No, you already got it.
Have you got a trivia treat for us? Because we don't
Yes,
want to drag this
I
improv
do.
on. Because otherwise we end up with a session that's cut down.
Welcome to this week's episode of Trivia Treats. What was unique about the AD&D 2nd edition Monstrous Compendium?
Fucking cats.
Herc will give you a minute and then we'll expect...
You act like I know this.
we will expect your answer.
So what year was AD&D? I think it was before most of us were born. All of us were born.
Don't look at me.
What was unique
You were born in the
about
80s?
it?
Yeah, sure, I was.
Yeah, what was unique about it?
1990.
99.
99.
You're only 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 30.
Second AD&D was different because it was
The monster manual, the compendium.
It was a pop-up book.
It was a spiteful...
No, it wasn't.
why
that
don't
would
they
be
do
sick,
that? That'd be
though.
so
That would be cool. I would buy that so
every
hard.
time you open it, you're like, oh, fuck. Jesus.
But you know what? That would be an interesting way of getting people to like buy the physical books instead of the digital. If the monster manual popped out, that's actually a really cool idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, wizards, get on
Delete
it.
this. I need to make it.
Wizards, get on it. You need all the help you can get.
No.
Take our idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Were
We'll take money
all
from
the
it.
illustrations in black and white?
No.
Damn.
I believe they were in color.
The monsters were playable characters.
No, unfortunately.
The entire thing was in alphabetical order, but rather than categories.
No.
I don't know what any of them were like.
No, I like all these.
The invisible
for sauce.
stalker was a no picture.
Maybe.
That artist was just like,
Got it.
I
Nailed
am
it.
unsure, but if
It was published in code and it had to be decoded.
yeah, D&D, these fucking nerds don't understand this.
What edition was it again?
AD&D.
Second edition AD&D.
Yeah, AD&D, which would have been 80s. probably.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was like late 70s.
Is that when they brought Thaco out?
Thaco was there from.
No, that was not in the beginning, I don't think. Anyway.
All the monsters had rollable stats.
No,
Was it the first one that was actually its own book?
I don't believe so. No, I think they had like compendiums for first edition. Are they
Well, I give up.
anyone?
Aw.
That's the most boring.
It was
we
the
can-
only monster.
wait.
Hang on,
com-
hang on.
Wait.
compendium.
It's the only monster compendium
That
That gave anus size.
Anus size. That's a size category.
Again, I wish that was true. That would be amazing, just as a study into what was going on.
I feel like it
They've
has
even
something
got
to
it
do with,
gridded
like,
out,
not what's
like,
in
this
the
one's
book. But I
anus.
feel like it's something to do
How
with the
far is the
physical book
prostate?
itself.
Okay, it was the
It is to do with the actual book.
Okay, okay.
Like, it's like it's
Did you read it
something
backwards
physical.
like a manga?
No,
It was.
Was it the?
it was the only
was
one
it
with the dust cover.
no.
paperback.
I'll give you a hint. You're close here with thinking about like the cover.
Okay.
Kind of close there.
It had a picture of Gary Gygax dressed as a dragon.
No, that also would have been
Was
great.
it-
You are killing it with these
Wait, was
suggestions.
is it the first time that the beholder got art on the front?
No.
No.
He said the only one. The
Oh, so
only one.
this-
the
this
only
compendium
one.
is unique.
So it's the
For what
only
reason?
one.
The only one.
Did it look like a
without
monster's
cover art.
face?
It was
No.
never made.
No.
Ah.
I
It was-
wouldn't trick you guys like that. I'd know better than to put myself through that.
The reactions.
The
from it.
only one without illustrations on the cover. Like it was just like
No.
a
Is
Is it
title.
decorated as like an evil book?
No, will I?
Wait, is it the only one that says Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on it?
No. Will I tell you?
Yeah.
So this one actually didn't come with a like bound hardback cover. It actually came in a binder. So you could
Ew.
add more as they release more monsters. You could get the pages and add the pages into the monster manual yourself.
fuck with that.
It's a cool idea, but they only
fuck
did it
with that.
once, and it was second edition.
Because I
So-
realized I could make more money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
read the new book.
By selling.
Yeah.
I still think the pop-up book idea is the best.
It is. I actually think that's a like no joke. I actually think that's a great idea.
And then you could take the pop
As
out
a mini.
and use it as a mini.
Oh my god, that's even better.
What?
I would buy that one.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, that was this week's episode of Trivia Treats.
Point Caleb.
Yeah, yeah. Caleb.
Yeah.
I love getting
We are going to play an improv game.
Yes!
An improv game
Yes!
known as
Yes!
Duck,
That's improv.
Marry, Kiss. Duck, Marry, Kiss. The idea is that I say a name and you have to tell me whether it is a famous duck,
True.
a famous Mary,
False.
or a famous Kiss member of Kiss, the band Kiss.
I've never heard of this band. Please sing a song for me.
What?
I've never heard of this band. I need you to sing a song
You
for me.
absolutely have.
I was going to say, you're old. You've heard of
Why do we paint it out like Luke's like 70 years old compared to
Because
us?
it's so fun.
When at most
I
he's like,
thought I was the out of touch youngin that was too young to know anything because I got a stupid little baby brain.
do you know what a duck is?
Yeah, it's the thing you do, right? When someone's coming at
There we go. So what we're going to do, I am going to go around. How many have I got? 21. I have 42 of them. What's 42 divided by 5?
8.25.
Okay, we're going to do 8 each. Going around the table. Luke, here we go. Donald.
Duck.
Correct. Simmons.
Kiss.
Correct. Howard.
Duck. What's the
Correct.
What's the
Jay
third category?
Blige.
The third category. Can't remember.
Mary.
Yeah.
That's what you say for Jay Blige? Okay. Pickford.
Duck.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Carr.
Mary.
Correct. Louis.
Duck.
Correct. Ace.
Duck.
Oh, just in there, and you're wrong. So you have 6 points, I believe. Write that down. Remember, 6 points. Okay, Herc. Here we go.
Fuck, okay.
Poppins.
Mary.
Correct. Bushroot.
Duck.
Correct. Stanley.
Duck.
Incorrect. The Demon.
Kiss.
Correct. Darkwing.
Duck.
Correct. Winstead.
Mary.
Correct. Steenbergen. Or Steenbergen.
Duck.
Incorrect. Catman.
Kiss.
Correct. There you go. You had 6 as well.
Ooh.
Very well done. Moving on to
I'm ready.
our good friend, Michael Briganti. Ludwig von Drake.
Duck.
Correct. Vincent.
Kiss.
Correct. Huey.
Kiss.
Oh my
Incorrect. The Ankh Warrior.
What's repeat?
The Ankh Warrior.
Duck.
Incorrect. Webby Vander Quack.
Fuck me, duck.
It's from DuckTales. It's the little girl duck from DuckTales.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wilson.
Barry.
Correct. St. John.
Kiss.
Correct. And Flintheart Glomgold.
Duck.
You got
Fuck.
5.
That's better than I thought I would.
Excellent.
How did you get Huey wrong?
Huey who?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Donald Duck's nephews.
Nope.
From the Quack Pack and DuckTales.
No.
Dalen, over to you.
All right. Okay.
McDonald.
Duck.
Incorrect. Launchpad.
Mary.
Incorrect. Spaceman.
Kiss.
Correct. Gizmo.
Kiss.
Incorrect. Heart.
Mary.
Correct. Daffy.
Duck.
There we go. Starchild.
Kiss.
Poopy face tomato nose.
That's made up.
Correct. You have tied with Michael.
Yeah.
Where did that one come from?
Fuck, I don't know.
So stressful.
Poopy face McDonald? What?
I was
Poopy
like,
face tomato nose.
can you imagine if it was wrong? Mary poopy face. Mary.
Okay. Here we go. Finishing up with Danielle. Kulik.
Kiss.
Correct. Murphy.
Mary.
Correct. Dewey.
Duck.
Correct. The Fox.
Kiss.
Correct. Yankee Doodle.
Duck.
Correct. Singer.
Mary.
Incorrect. Freely.
Mary.
Incorrect. Thea.
Kiss.
Correct. Lou Ratton.
Mary.
Correct. And Space Ace.
Kiss.
Correct. 7 for Danielle. Winner.
Winner. Duck dinner.
There we go.
Shrimp stuffed duck dinner.
I don't know. This came from quite
No, wait,
obviously.
duck stuffed
Duck stuffed shrimp.
There you go.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that episode.
Speaking of duck stuffed shrimp, let's kick it some D&D.
You got there.
Back in the slosh bucket. Don't even. I'm gonna stop before you can even say anything.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session,
What was that?
That was him trying
I feel
to
about
click
that, Caleb.
on his notes tab.
God, why you gotta blow up his spot, man? He was doing a nice dramatic pause.
Fuck session.
Now the whole podcast audience is gonna know.
a coincidence?
It wasn't. You were panicking. I saw it.
Just called you out out of nowhere like that.
You were straight up trackpad panicking.
Let's get dark here. In our last session, you guys decided to end Nim's life.
I like how he's now a double mic hold. All right, guys, let's serious.
Let's
now.
rein this in. You guys decided to end Nim's life. Safirith, you took a dagger and thrust it through his eye, leaving him to bleed out on the floor. As the life faded from his eyes, you decided to go to Nim's house to have a look around, see if you guys could find any information. Maybe he left something that could kind of tell you more about the Severian plan. You couldn't find much. You found the ground dust of the sending stones that Azorith you saw in the vision that you saw when you were reading his mind, the sending stones, that he crushed them. He was pretty clean in getting rid of pretty much all evidence of his plans. But you did find a magical looking rope, and also you discovered on his body some kind of elven chainmail. Azorith, did you take that with you?
Nope.
Yeah, I took it off.
You did not say that at all, and you did not role play it, and you did not take
That's
it
why
from
I'm
me.
asking you. I don't know if you did.
You didn't. You
Maybe I
genuinely
didn't specify it, but I thought I did because I added to my inventory. I can go back and get
Okay.
it.
I think we can.
Wait, absolutely. You can have it for future reference.
I said on mic, I said, take it if you want it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
say it.
But-
And then I said,
No, and then
I thought you did
I'm
say.
pretty. Maybe in the listen back, Caleb. If you hear it in the playback, you let me
Because
know.
I was listening specifically because I wanted to know how you would get this elven chain off a dead body that is
Yeah,
bleeding,
that makes
and I
sense.
would have told you that it is stained in blood. But now you have it. Absolutely.
I can roleplay it if you want.
It's too late.
You can do a flashback. Yeah.
He's so young. He doesn't know what he's doing.
When we were all asleep, you ran back.
You have it, absolutely. Yeah.
While Nim was bleeding out, Azorith started stripping him of his clothes, and you guys made your way to Nim's house. Bias and Etterath, you guys were feeling very tired after your travels, Bias, and also after being knocked unconscious. You had 2 levels of exhaustion, but you found yourself feeling unusually powerful. Bias, you felt extra wise. Etterath, you felt extra strong in your body. You felt this power. Constitutional power. Has another spin on it when you put it that way. But
Fortitude.
you discovered after your long rest that power disappeared. So make of that what you will. You awoke to discover Chief Humduck and his daughter Grania had arrived in B.A.L.L, along with a contingency of Lahians. They came at Iarwen's request to try lead B.A.L.L now, and in fact balked to see what they were going to do now with this Safirian fleet that was at the docks of Kuhn, or just out from the docks of Kuhn. They invited you to a meeting to basically help plan and discuss what you guys are going to do moving forward. You decided that you would chat with them, but first you were going to go grab some breakfast, and so you went back to the slosh bucket, which is where we're going to pick up our session. You guys have ordered your beers and your breakfast, and I'll leave it to you.
You guys will know the plan. Go nuts.
Anyone have any suggestions or thoughts? Or
I don't know, but I think this problem, I mean, we can deal with the ships, we can deal with this army, but we both know that they're not going to stop.
No, but I think what we should have to do is figure out a way to at least keep them from docking. Because Agenar, you brought up some good points. There's still the mist. As long as Bucky and what was that other bailman's name?
Galahara.
As long as Bucky and Galahara are out of their hands, they can't really navigate from city to city, so they essentially can't take over.
Yes, but and Pierrup. I think it's important we keep him out of people's hands too, because I mean.
You look across, he's sitting there poking the over easy eggs, and as he pokes, the yogurt kind of pops a little bit, and he goes, Pierrup!
Right, and
I mean, we know what his
maybe we can
essence was used for, and someone else might discover that too, so...
Maybe we can use Pierrup's knowledge somehow, or...
Maybe.
I don't really know much about the fellow, but...
I don't think he knows much of who he is right now.
Maybe if we can help him remember, or he could be very, very powerful ally. Something inside of him was fueling all these bailmen here with their powers, and having I'm not sure if he's a god, but having some sort of divine being on our side could be a very, very helpful.
I'm trying, all right? I'm getting there. Give me some time.
Right, well, we can always do that.
And how have you been trying, Bias?
Well, all right. Well,
You're not trying hard enough.
Disappointed Agenar. Scary.
Yeah.
how do you suggest I go about it?
Well,
I was trying to come back with all the children and have these people celebrate me, but no, you guys ix that in the butt real quick.
Do you regret not bringing the children to a war zone?
I think it wouldn't have made a difference either way, to be honest. They weren't after the children, they were after the bailmen.
Yes, but they were slaughtering quite enthusiastically.
yes, they would
Were
not
they?
have been
DMs,
safe.
were they like killing civilians as well, or were they just like in balls?
Make an insight check.
Ooh, that's an 18 on the die. That means...
At disadvantage because you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, he only slept off 1 point?
You only sleep off 1 point with every rest. Yep.
That's a 9.
9. With a 9, as far as you can tell, thinking back, you really only saw people running out of balls getting shot. You gather there may be other injuries, but you might have to check in with Iarwen or Humduck with the final count. Unfortunately, with that 9.
As far as I saw, they went after the mayor. I don't know, maybe pissed off Nim back in the day, and they went after balls. Like, they didn't go after the civilians. They had a clear goal in mind.
Right, so maybe first thing, try and get these children back to, or in a safe spot.
Yes, And
I don't think Kron can support them for that long.
Well, we can talk with Eowyn and...
I have a question for all of you. Why? What does it matter to you? Why go on from here? You can run. You could... Maybe you died in this attack. You don't know. You could take Pierup and run. You could disappear. They don't know you're here. You did what you needed to do. You fixed the church. Why don't you go back to Fiona?
well,
I've got nowhere to run to. This is where I ran from them. Now they're here. Sort of made a choice, I guess. And if not me, or you, and who else? Bucky? Gonna let Bucky do it on his own? Because I saw the way he was. He did not like seeing his home burn. Maybe that's what it takes. It takes enough people to be fed up to band together and to stand up against something that has been walking all over us as individuals for ever since I can remember. I don't know.
I'm not ready to go back.
There's other lands.
I know that I will have to go home eventually. There's something that I have to do, but even though I don't think I can go back yet, I think I'm done running. And I'd like to think that I can help people. It would be nice to save some people. And I know we can't save everyone. I know that's not possible. But maybe doing some good will help somehow. Plus, I don't know. I like you fuckers.
You don't mean that about me. I know, it's fine.
No, I do, Bias. I like you.
That's two answers. What about you two?
well, I can't help but feel somewhat responsible for a lot of this. I mean,
You responsible for an attack by another country on this country.
no, but
Yeah, if
we've
anyone's
been quite
responsible, it's Azorith.
involved. I mean,
Yeah.
And I
sort
just
of.
punch his shoulder very gently.
That's just it. I mean, I was
that
sent here
as a
to
joke.
find the temple, and then we were told to find the children, and the children were at the temple. And so the children and us looking for the children seemed to be connected to this plan somehow, and we released Pierre Roup, and I don't know, I was in support of that. So yes, I do feel responsible, and the children are still in Kron, and I don't know. I feel like we've gone around creating a rather big mess, and the least we could do is clean it up. So I'm here till things are at least a little bit better.
You're about to say something?
I'm the one that started this. Seeing them up in the tree, bringing them out. So be able to protect themselves. Miss would still work the way it was before. It's all on me.
I can say it's on me too. I'm sure everyone can say
Who
that.
the
It's on
fuck
me.
are you?
Yeah, no.
It's not on me, that's all I'm saying. I did nothing.
I don't think it's on anyone, this whole thing. I think it's on...
What about you, Bias? You want to go? You want to go be a god?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you asked me how I become a god. Well, guess what? You got to do godly deeds. Taking down a god or two, it helps. And it's what? Apparently my god fucked up your church. Not my god.
I think you've got to get that straight for yourself, man.
Yeah.
If it's...
So he's involved. They's involved. She's in. I don't know. They're involved somehow. And it's going to be a fun day when I get to take them down. And
What if you die before it?
well, then I'll meet them in a different way, won't I? Either way, I'm getting there.
Fair enough. Well, I think getting the children safe and then figuring out a way to at least keep the Siberians off the island. will be a
Honestly, I
start.
think we're done with the children, to be honest.
Well, if we can just make sure they're getting safe.
Like, quite frankly, I think they got a bellman. They
I
can
just
bring
should
them
we,
back.
we can
send a
ask.
message.
We'll tell Eowyn.
Say, let's make sure that someone knows
Well,
where they are, because I don't think we've
message.
reported it.
No. We'll tell Chief
right.
Humduk, and we'll tell Mistress Eowyn that the children are there, and they can figure that out. We found them. We liberated them, and then we can deal with the bigger problems. Do you think Fiona would help?
Someone do a history check.
Ooh, 12, 15. History, so 16.
So you know that in the past, Fiona and Severe have fought over Bocht and then came to some kind of truce in that, like, they're not supposed to be going for it, right? It's kind of like two superpowers saying, if we both go for this, we're going to have war. So it's not outrageous to think that, like, they've had skirmishes over Bocht before. So it wouldn't be outrageous that Fiona would want.
So you know what would
hand
be
in
quite
it.
fun is we could send the two countries against each other. We could like leak that one's invading and see if the other attacks the other. Saying like,
Start
oh,
a
you broke the treaty. We're coming
Bigger
after you."
war.
Yeah, between two.
Well, I draw the line at that.
There's a lot of innocent people that will be killed because of that.
I'm spitballing.
But it's not a bad idea to maybe seek help to ensure that the island doesn't fall in the hands of the bear. Maybe just having it stay neutral is more beneficial to the Hirians than the Severians. But I don't know. I've been thinking about this island, and it's defended itself once. I mean, if those visions were anything to speak truth about, this island swallowed an entire army. I think maybe there's some way to, I don't know, communicate with it or somehow
Warn it, or I mean, if they don't have a bailman, they can't do anything, can they? So the main thing is to protect the bailman.
Why don't we ask someone who's actually from here? Bucket.
He did not come with you. I know you called him, but he was out walking with Grania.
maybe if we want to convene with...
Oh, it's Perup that looked at the
Perup is
egg.
there. Yeah.
Right.
Do we want to convene with Mistress Eowyn? And
Yeah, I think I got something I need to ask her about as well. So
Oh, before we go, I mean, it's been such a rush since we were there, but I grabbed these things at the temple, and I'm going to put the diamond, the amulet, and the potion of healing on the table. I just put them in my bag, but I mean, I don't have to. I don't mean to take them or anything. I mean, I wouldn't mind the amulet because it does have Briganti on it, and it would be a nice little, But
Agenar, I think that was meant for you.
Oh,
As long as it's not like tainted or anything.
oh, I don't think so. Can I do like a check?
What sort of check would you like to do to check for taint?
Man, I spoon fed you that one. Didn't I? I was like, why does Jake look so gleeful?
Like in a
Ankles behind your ears, mirror in front.
are there skid marks?
God.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me or a religion check.
Actually, while she's doing
Let's
that,
do a
can I
religion
make
check.
an Arcana check for the dagger that I stabbed him through the eye?
That's a 6.
It's an amulet of the devout. I guess it should be good for you. Chuck it on.
Looks okay, and I'm gonna put it on.
Okay. You've never said more
Can I-
Australian there. It should be good. Like, chuck it on.
Should be right. Chuck that shit on. All right, you got a
Right,
fucking
chuck her in the
amulet.
back of the
Can
unit.
I try checking the dagger?
You got yourself an amulet of the devout, which is a +1 magical item, and it'll take an hour to attune to it. The dagger,
Yeah.
as you whip it out, has these intricate kind of arcane carvings all over it. What kind of check would you like to make?
no check.
No check at all. I rolled a nat one.
It's a dagger. It's
Cool.
a dagger. You like try and twirl it, and it kind of drops ting, 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 on the ground. Just a really, really nice dagger.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to use it to see what happens.
All right, I'll keep him.
Agna, you should probably keep the diamond, no?
Dagger from Jake.
You'll never know.
Well, I could use
If anyone
it.
says dagger, I do it.
Those are used mainly in healing spells.
Yes,
Terrible.
one in particular. So in the future, if anybody dies, like dead dies,
Yeah.
you can come get me, and if you get me quick enough, I can bring them back.
Someone else would have to come get you, right?
Well, if I'm not there.
Right.
If I'm not there and someone dies and you don't want them to be dead, I can use this and bring them back.
Yeah.
So-
I think you should hang on. To the
Okay, but someone else should take the healing potion because, I don't need that for myself. So
I don't need
Well,
that.
I sort of have one.
Oh, I
so
found one in Nim's bag, so you should take it.
that would put me at 2. Does anyone not have one that would need
Just fucking take it.
one? I don't.
I grab it and I slide it over towards them.
And he just lifts it up and sure, and put it away. Which one was it? It's a
Just a plain old potion of healing.
healing
Okay.
potion.
2d4 +2.
But I'm like, seriously, Pat, who the fuck is this guy?
sort of let your friends tell you their version of me, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of friends, where the fuck did you guys go?
Speaking of
we looked
friends,
for you.
you ran off. So
Yeah, I got fucking drunk in a bush.
I mean, we checked the garbage. You weren't there.
We did.
And you didn't think to go anywhere else.
Well,
We shouted.
We called out and we did leave a message with the bar.
We had a battle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I fucking saw the aftermath of it.
We assumed that you would catch up. You're a smart man.
Gestures outside towards mists that consume all who enter without a bailment.
Well, I mean, we had just met you, and to be honest, you weren't there in the morning, and we knew we had to rescue the children, so...
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Would you rather we not have rescued the children?
No, it's don't you fucking turn this back on me.
Oh, no, I'm just asking you questions.
We just thought that you could defend yourself better than children could, so, you know.
All right. I'm just going to wait for you guys outside. I'm just gonna... And Azorith will go and like pull out his pipe and just like light, and then as you out.
Do you really get drunk in a bush?
Before we go, this is kind of a total thing that I'm gonna. Before we bug it off, it's a total thing. It happens. Don't think too much about it. I'm changing my name. My name is now Force. I'm going from bias to Force. The whole name, I'm gonna change it to as Force Major. But I'm Force. If you want to
picking out his god name.
Are you just trying out different names until you find the god one you like?
No. We as we change our names every now and then when shit changes in our life.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I don't think I'm no longer a balancing factor.
More about force, huh? All right. Well,
just so you know.
Okay, boys.
Understandable.
Good old dead naming.
Don't you turn this on?
Hey, I'm just,
Oh, what's that? It's the sound of the consequences of your actions?
What, you mean this entire plot isn't the consequence of my actions right now?
So, the fuck are you doing?
We're going to meet
Okay.
Arwen and Humduk.
Okay. As
Arwen.
as y'all step on out with your newly named friend, Force Majeure.
Force Majeure.
Change that in my
Force
notes.
Majeure. Great film, and then butchered by the Americans. As you step on out of the slush bucket, across over to the formerly known as the B.A.L.S Academy, now shriveled. You see Mistress Ayawan and Chief Humduk there. Chief Humduk is kind of looking down, nodding. Mistress Ayawan looks up and gestures for you all to join. As you step over the kind of the broken, burnt timbers, the crunch of ash underfoot, still slightly warm as that and that smell of ash comes up to you. Mistress Ayawan looks at you and says, "You all look better. Well fed."
Well, you look like shit.
Thank you. I've not slept, and my life partner was murdered.
I wasn't lying to you. I wasn't gonna
I'm just explaining why I look like shit.
Yeah, I know.
Right. What have you decided? Chief Humduk here is going to take charge. We are setting up a mild contingent of ships from Abha that will set off and try and take those that are weakest out of here, possibly down and around to somewhere else, away from here. A large portion of our population is probably going to stay and prepare for a battle. It's happened before, it'll happen again. We'll fortify the roads, we'll do what we can. We will call for aid from whoever will answer.
Who do you think would answer? Is there anyone we should go talk to?
Historically,
How's a whiplash?
Fiona have had their issues with Safirith. Perhaps an alliance could be made, but at a steep cost. They would require recompense. They'd require payment. And we'd have to give them some of our supplies, some sort of incentive to follow.
Would you be willing to do that or no?
The alternative is if they listen. Sorry, there's a long walk here. The alternative is to lose it all. The other option is it's dangerous and it's a bit of a Hail Mary. Potentially find the dwarven or elven contingent that may be interested in helping. We don't know much about what's happening there, but they are as close to impartial as possible.
They might be a better option. I fear that Fiona may have been a part of some of this.
What, the whole country?
No, but... So, long story, but the children were sort of kidnapped / enslaved / I don't know, tricked into...
Consensually coerced.
Well...
That sounds
I don't think that quite works. I think if there's coercion, it can't be consent. So, by Carsony, who claims to have been sent by a member of the Fiannan Council. And we saw the papers, and they looked...
Right. The children are safe, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're in Cron.
Right,
They're in the village of Cron with a bellman who was there.
Oh, good.
Galahad.
Galahara.
If they're there with a bailman, then they'll be fine. They'll be safe.
Well, but the thing being that now there's only the 2 bailmen, and the only way that the Severians could attack is if they have a bailman.
I'm well aware. Our aim is to keep the bailman well away from the shores.
Right.
The aim is to...
But, so Cassidy, I believe he's not dead, from my understanding.
Right. This is, I'm sorry to say, something that is not... His fate is not high on my list of importance. I completely understand and am incredibly grateful for what you've done for our lands here. This Carsony problem, if you believe it is solved, great. If it is not, I would encourage you to nip it in the bud. Our priority here is to send our weakest out from the west coast of Bokt down and around south, possibly to one of the islands down there, until further notice. Seek an alliance possibly with Fianna, using perhaps the cover of Druktalev and Totui in order to get there. We're nutting that out, Mistress Ayarin and I. We have many learnings on the nation, on the world of Shikael. We're trying to plot what would be our best move next. If indeed Carsony is still out there and you're worried that he may still take the children.
Oh no, I'm more worried now that he might harm the bailman.
I think we sent him off. I don't think he'll be coming back. And if he does, then we can deal with it. But
okay, but someone should touch base is what I'm saying. Make sure that
Of course.
everybody's okay.
After what's happened here, we're sending out contact to every Boktian town.
Oh, good.
Indeed, all of them. Iaran, Kron, Abha, the Hirses already know, obviously.
what about the natural defenses of Bokt?
They'll hold, hopefully. We can't rely on them now. With Pierrup out, we have no idea what will hold, what will be worse, what will be better. Indeed, the roads are wilder than ever.
Correct. They're changing more frequently, as if they know something is happening.
Have you ever done any research into the land itself?
The land itself, we left that research to the shaman, Vasily.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The one that disappeared, right?
Right. All knowledge of the land lives and dies with her lineage and her knowledge. We were admittedly a little disinterested in how it works because it works for us and we work with it. Now we need to knuckle down.
Is there any sort of magical sort of concentrations on the island, areas that are more naturally magical than the rest?
Abha is one of those places. The waters in Abha are not fraught, but filled with aquan creatures, fish, things that give great and strange thoughts and powers to those that devour them. They're delicious as well if you've tried them. A little bit trippy. But Abha itself is a hub for Arcana. Indeed, it is over on the west coast. It is hidden away. It is where we're hoping to send our folks out from, far from the eyes on the east coast.
Chief Umduk, Vasily never told you anything about the land?
I was in charge of keeping our people safe. Vasily imparted wisdom in strange ways, talked in circles, insisted on imparting wisdom with the bailmen only, and frankly...
You're a people that listen a lot, I discovered. You don't like to talk out loud. Did you ever hear the land talk to you?
In what way?
in I don't know, it talked to us by throwing a tidal wave of blood at us and then showing us that a hole in the ground, come say hi to it.
It showed us the earth opening up and swallowing an army.
That happened in the bloodbath years ago. This happened on the roads to Kron, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Well, I think you're saying the mist is acting up now, thinking that
The mist and the roads, the island knows something is up.
Yes, and I think it has for a bit now, and I think it was trying to
Warn
us.
Right. I have not noticed this, but makes somewhat sense. This island itself often feels like it's its own entity, or has the protection of an entity. Indeed, if Pierre-Roup was that entity, then I'm not sure how that works now. Pierre-Roup were to leave. I can't fathom.
What if we could help Pierre-Roup remember or gain his full abilities?
How would you do that?
Well, I mean, those waters and those fish, I mean, that's
Yes,
a
I think
possibility.
Pierre-Roup is possibly, I mean, somehow he's connected to this island. His essence, his being was being used to fuel it, and he has to share some sort of connection with it. Maybe if there's a way of communicating with the island, there's a way of, I don't know, finding out who this Pierre-Roup fellow is and is capable of.
In terms of practicalities, we know that Nim was going to signal the ships off the coast when it was safe or when he had captured a bailman. We have that signal now. We don't know how we could use it to our advantage, but it seemed like they weren't going to invade until they did get the signal. And they're willing to wait. At least, I think they are.
Homduk thinks for about 4 seconds solid, just kind of sits there and thinks, and he says,
That could be used to trigger an invasion if and when we're ready. An ambush. If they're willing to wait, if we set up, trigger it, we could at least show them they're messing with the wrong people, possibly send them packing for at least another 50, 100 years.
And I suppose if Nim smashed all his sending stones, then maybe they weren't expecting to hear another communication from him, that they were just waiting for the signal.
It's a good point, and
Arrogance and confidence of man.
Well, they're arrogant, all right.
all right, well, that's good. There are good things, I think, that can help us.
It's just what we can do to help the most.
Help guide the refugees on their sails.
Yeah.
And that way we can
Stay and fight, head to Safirith, head to near. Honestly, any idea is a good idea. I cannot leave. Ayawan will be here aiding me, building up our forces. We will keep our last 2 bailmen, see if they can impart their wisdom at all to anyone else. If not, they are our only and most important weapons.
Well, that's the thing. If we could wake up Pierre-Roup, then maybe he would share his gift of protection willingly.
If you want to put the eggs in that basket, I encourage you to. I, however, must share the eggs evenly.
Well, I don't think we're going
at the
to
word
be-
eggs, Pierre-Roup goes, Pierre-Roup!
I have no allies left alive in Safirith, so I don't know whether we're strong enough to go there yet.
I think if maybe there's a way, I don't think we're in any shape to fight them anytime soon. I think if there's a way to gain some allies who want to see the downfall of Safirith, and I am sure there is no shortage of them out there. People like you, people like me, who want to lend their efforts to a worthy cause. Maybe we can get them back here, and then, once we have a formidable force, if we can, then we...
War.
I'd hate to say it, but yeah.
At least we can do it on our terms.
Right.
Gather allies, ambush them when we're ready.
If this is your direction, perhaps we have things that can help.
And he kind of waves, and you see Gronia and Bucky kind of sitting together further back, like backs against the trees, and Gronia kind of jumps up, comes trotting over.
Yes, Papa, what is it? Those gifts, those items I gave you. Now's the time to gift them. Okay, wonderful. You watch as
Gronia pulls out this little satchel, and it seems to have an interlocking zipper. And as she goes to grab it, it snarls. And she kind of pats it a little bit as it snaps. And she kind of runs her finger along it in an intricate pattern and it goes, and kind of plonks its mouth open. As the bag opens its mouth, she reaches in and pulls out what first looks to be a large, slimy, meaty thing. And the bag's like, She goes, sorry, that's your tongue. I didn't mean to put it back in there. She pulls out what looks to be a...
Oh, I have one of those too. The little bags.
Oh.
Yeah.
She pulls out a stick of some sort. And you watch as she kind of wedges it in between the bag's mouth and presses a button, and the bag kind of tries to close, and it doesn't. And as she reaches in, she pulls out a number of things. She pulls out what looks to be a strange, what looks to be an orb. And as she pulls it out, she kind of stretches it and it kind of stretches open and then pulls back into what looks to be like a fishbowl almost. And she kind of pushes it back down and she goes, "This, you put this over your head and you can breathe underwater. Here, take it." And she kind of hands it over to whoever will take the cap of water breathing. She pulls out from her pocket what looks to be a little triangular potion bottle, and inside it seems to be almost a mixture between a cloud and a sponge that just seems to be growing and molding and moving in there. She kind of holds it out and she says, "Drink this if you need to, kind of vaporize and move about without any impediment." And kind of hands over a potion of gaseous form.
Ooh, turn into mist.
And then she says, "I watched you guys fight. Big fan. We have other things." And she reaches in and she pulls out a hammer, a rapier, a staff. She pulls out weapons that seem to be made of this thick, dark, shiny, intricately carved wood. As she pulls out these steel wood weapons for you. Essentially, these are +1 weapons for those that wish to take them. +1 rapier, +1 hammer, +1 dagger, a +1 staff, and a +1 bow, short bow.
I'll pick up the bow.
Excellent.
Take the rapier.
Rapier.
And my axe.
There's a dagger and a warhammer.
Take the dagger, mate. Take the dagger, mate.
Oh, take both then.
What am I to do with the bow? Or,
Yeah, I'll take the rapier and the dagger then.
Okay.
I guess I'll grab the cap of water breathing for now. Unless spicy. No.
No, I don't need it. It's fine.
It's a short bow.
I'll pick up the hammer.
+1 short bow.
And
The hammer feels good in your hands, very well weighted, but it's not your hammer.
It's
+1.
+1.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up, whirl it around a little bit, and then pull my other one off my back and just put them both head down onto the sand
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of see the horn, the tusk on the back of my one. And then I'll just give it back to her. It's like, "No, I need to thank you. Appreciate it. It's very kind of you, but this hammer is needed for something else. I got to stick with this one."
That's fair. If that is your hammer, then may it be with you always. And there are ways to make your hammer better, as I'm sure you already know.
Gesturing to the Loxodon tusk.
I'm going to look at her like I'm thinking.
She just kind of nods and goes, "Uh-huh." And you hear back in her head, back in your head, she goes,
In Abha, you may find some place to enhance that hammer. There's arcana there that is truly intoxicating. Rivaled only by the Feywild, honestly.
What does life mean to you, my little friend?
back in your head.
I don't know. I'm finding out. I like Bucky, but you probably
I like
have to
Bucky
take him
as well.
for a while, right? He's really cool. But if you're taking him, then I guess life is family. Life is home. I'm not sure. What is life?
Tonight I'm trying to find out myself.
If you find out, please let me know.
When Bucky gets back, just whisper to him, "Sprinkle delight."
Okay. Sprinkle the light.
You'll know what it means.
Okay, I will.
I mean, if no one wants that potion of gaseous form,
By all means. By all means.
take it, Bias.
I'll say, do you want the dagger? Because I got a schnasty combo with that cap of water breathing. with my secret item.
I mean, I can. No, please take it. I don't need. You want the dagger too? I'm not.
No, you can do. I already have the +1 rapier.
Can't you do 2 hands?
Yeah, but then I don't have my shield up.
Oh, when you want the 2 hands, you can have it. I'd fuck all with it. Yeah, fuck me. If I'm in a knife fight, I need to get the fuck out of there. If I'm being purely honest.
I'll take all 3.
Bias, you saw when Nim fucking teleported right into my face, like right out of there.
Yeah,
man.
pretty good. It just poof away.
Fucking hell.
Then why don't you take the gaseous form?
I mean, got my little potion here. My potion of healing. If you want it, by all means.
You got a basic potion of healing.
Damn, fine. I just don't want to.
I'll take the potion. Thank you.
So what have you decided?
I think we're gonna. We're still deciding on it. I think we're gonna go look at everybody to take everybody to Abha and get them out of here. So then you can concentrate on protection. Is that right, everybody? We're happy with that?
Yes.
I think so if we can
that
figure out a
makes
way to
sense.
at least buy the island some time while we seek allies.
Should we give the signal potion to them?
Right, I don't think
rather
it's
than
any...
holding onto
Yeah.
it ourselves.
Azorith will hand over be just very careful with it. I'm not really sure if it does any injury or if it's just...
Chief Khumduk takes it, looks at it, slips it in his leather-like vest. As he slips it in his leather, pulls across, opens up his vest to slip in the vial. You notice a chest tattoo of light blue, intricate design, but covers it up pretty quickly with his leather jerkin.
That's pretty sweet. What is that? That tattoo? What it was a tattoo of?
Will there be anything else?
Mr. Isayawan.
Yes.
And I pull out the orb. You're good with magic. Any idea what the fuck this is?
What is it?
That's what I'm asking you.
This is the red...
Yeah.
The red...
red ruby bubble.
Yeah, I found this. The land gave this to me, to be honest. It spoke to me and it belched this up.
It was nothing before, but now Lucas just is...
She looks at it and she goes, "Oh, this is extraplanar, an ally that could cause a bit of damage, an ally that you want to try and keep control of if they show up, a spicy ally."
It's real cryptic. I'm assuming you know what it is.
Like an ally inside it.
Hands it back to him.
How do I get it out?
Just say the magic word. Do you speak primordial?
I speak a few. Let me check. Aquan Celestial Common Gnomish. No.
Does anyone speak primordial?
I'm good at copying words.
I can learn some communication spells.
Why don't you write it down and I can say it?
I could write it down, but
Like phonetically.
it'll take a bit of practice.
That's fine.
And she takes out a bit of parchment and scribbles down a word in primordial. It has curls and twists to it, kind of like the margin M symbol, like curls and flicks to it, like things are flicking and sparking off it, the writing. She says to you, "It means burn." And she says, and the gem kind of begins to sizzle.
Pull it away from it.
My toy. Not your toy.
Once you learn to say that, you'll have a pretty powerful ally.
Honestly, that was dope.
Thank you.
And I'm going to give her the coin back that I took from her yesterday. It's like, you still have your favor from me. And that was professional. Personal, you can ask me anything to do anything for you.
She says, "Professional favor. I'll take your word that you tried your best to save Sax. That favor is done. As far as a question..."
Well, no question, favor, anything. It's a way of saying, token of friendship, okay? There's very few I call friends in my life. One, actually. And now two, hopefully.
See Baki start to cry in the corner.
I thought
Okay,
Bucky
fine,
was
3 and
the
4.
friend.
5, 6, 7, everyone.
Was the friend.
Pip kind of speaks up.
Oh, cool, blimey. I thought I was finally making a friend.
I said
guess
4
not.
words to you.
Remember, you gave me a gold piece for helping you move that body, and I thought that was the start of a beautiful friendship. All my friends, they left the
Mate,
town.
you don't want to be barking at that tree for a father figure. He's...
Well, I need one somewhere. Oh, blimey. And he starts kicking at the dirt, and he kind of wanders off.
Mr. Sayawan looks at you and says,
Oh, Pip.
Bucky is going to have to show you the way. All I ask is that you send him back to me in one piece, and that you come back to help us when the time is right. I know power, I know wisdom, I know charisma, I know strength, dexterity, constitution. When I see them. I know heroes when I see them. You're not heroes, not yet, but you can be, if you choose to be. If you become heroes, come back. Be the heroes we need, not the ones we deserve.
Wow, you're just full of cliches, aren't you?
I mean, I'm a fucking school headmistress. Disappointing if I wasn't.
All right. Shall we?
To Abha?
I'm game.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind if, should we take Pierre with us? See if the fish in the water help?
At least to Abha.
Or at least to Abha, and if it doesn't work, we'll send him back with...
when we
Exactly.
head out.
It's not a bad idea. See what you can get out of him. See what he gives you. Try not to be put off by the denizens of Abha. You must understand they eat the fish all the time. Just putting that out there.
Three hippies.
This is going to be a fucking trip.
Well, Mayor Dowdall Adkis was from Abha.
I was thinking
That
that.
indicates anything at all.
I see.
It's a Furbolg kind of colony almost there, but many Furbolg, still many Vidalcan, but you're in for a treat. Try to enjoy it because there may not be much more to enjoy for a while. Thank you.
Thank you.
You watch as Chief Chumduk kind of squares up to Bucky, gives him a good solid handshake. Yeah. Leans down, gives Grania a big hug, kiss, steps back, looks at you all, and says, to Abha.
Lead the way, big man.
And that's where we're going to leave this session.
Woo!
Theater of the Mind Flare.
Thanks for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer.
We go live on all good podcast app every Tuesday at what time?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Every time?
All the times, 2 a.m., 7 p.m. If you like what you heard,
Leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to.
and if you didn't like it, then
Then turn it off and never listen to it again.
no, they could turn it on and listen to it again and find something better about it, and they actually like it.
That works.
Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and
Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer.